Today I am going to show you how to use a video presentation tool called Powtoon. Let's start by going to powtoon.com. You will need to create an account by clicking Sign Up for Free at the top right hand corner of your screen. You can create a video without an account, but I would not advise this. If the site were to crash while you were creating your video, then you're going to lose all your work. So once you create an account, you do have to confirm your account through a confirmation email that will be sent to the account you registered with. This only takes a few seconds. Now, I already have an account, so I'm going to simply log in. Once I log in, I'm going to click Create. You have the option to use a pre-made template where you can simply edit, or you can create a video from scratch. To show you how to create content and to really understand how to use this program, I'm going to select Start from Scratch. Now, Powtoons is simply an animated presentation. So you have slides like you would in Prezi or PowerPoint. So the video I'm going to create is a class syllabus or a class welcome video. I'm going to start by adding a title and a background. When Powtoons first comes up, you're always going to have this 7 clicks tutorial. You can go through the tutorial or you can skip the tutorial. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a title slide. You can do this either by adding text or characters yourself, or you can come up here and you can add a slide with a template. You can choose to do a title slide, anything you would like off of these layouts, but I'm going to make my own. I'm going to start with my background. I'm going to use paper. You can always click more to see more backgrounds, to see more colors, so forth, so forth. So now I'm going to add text. I'm going to say welcome to English. Make that nice and big. There we go. Sometimes it gets a little finicky. Now I'm going to add a character. I'm going to go back up to the library. This is where you have all your main characters. This is also where you have several of your objects that you can place into your video. I'm going to come down here to props. I'm going to click more. I'm just going to scroll through these. As you can see, there are many things that you can put on there. Now, I was looking for a book, but I don't see one, so I'm just going to come back up. And I'm going to add a character. I'm going to add a lady. And over here, you can choose different actions for her. You can choose for her to be waving, presenting, doing a muscle stance, a number of things. So I'm going to choose for her to be waving. Now I can also use animation settings right here. I can choose for her to be stationary. I can choose for her to wave 3 times and stop, or I can choose for her to continue waving throughout the whole video. I can also swap her to the other side. So I'm going to swap her to the other side. There we go. Now I have my lady, and this is my welcome to English. This is my title slide. I'm going to add another slide. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to choose from the templates. I'm going to title this one Rules. I'm going to title this 3 Golden Rules for my class. And so this would be rule number 1. rule number 2. And rule number 3. Now for these pictures, I can change these pictures. I can either delete or add something else, or I can simply click on the picture and come over here and hit swap. And it's going to ask me to choose something from the library. I'm going to choose a light bulb for this one. For this one, I'm going to choose, let's just say, a flower. And for this one, let's choose the earth. There we go. So naturally, if this was a video I was actually making for class, I would put rule number 1, rule number 2, and rule number 3 right here. And all I have to do to edit these text boxes is just to simply double click. Now I can come up here and I can create another slide. I'm going to show you one of the slides with animations. Now in slides that have templates such as this, it says replace me. So I'm simply going to click it. I'm going to hit swap. And I'm going to choose a person from the library. I can choose for him to be pointing. And I'm going to choose to put the lady right here. You can choose a sitting person or a standing person. And I'm going to choose for her to be frustrated. There we go. I'm just going to simply make her bigger. Make him a little taller as well. There we go. Now all you have to do is change your text. Why are you talking out of turn? Now that's too big, so I can simply come over here and make my text smaller. May I go to the bathroom? Now, these are simply slides, but now we can go back and animate these slides. This slide, if you come down here, you can play your slide, and it will basically come on in order that you put the objects there. Now, to me, I don't like that. So I'm going to click on Welcome to English, and I'm going to come down here. I'm going to click on that item on the timeline. Once I click on the timeline, I'm going to have it come up from the bottom, and I want someone to push it in. So I'm going to unclick this hand button, and I'm going to click on the lady, and I'm going to have her come in from the left. Now let's play this over. And you have someone who slides up the title and she slides in from the left. So we're done with that. However, we have all this extra space, so I'm simply going to come over here and I'm going to delete those extra seconds. That only needs to be about 5 seconds. So now we can play it. There we go. Whoops, still too long. Let's take off 2 more seconds. Play it over. And perfect. So now, to get to the next slide, you can choose a transition by clicking the little plus sign. And once you hover over each transition, it will show you what it looks like. I'm going to choose for it to pull down. So now, if I come back up here and I play it, oops, I'm going to play it from the first slide. And there's our video. Now at any time, if you want these two to come in at different times, or if you want them to come in sooner, you can simply back them up. If you want the thought bubbles to come in faster, you can simply pull them back and then replay it and see how your scene looks. So now he's speaking verse first and then she's speaking. So to complete your video, all you have to do is just keep playing with it, getting it exactly how you want it. Now once you get it completely finished or beforehand, either way, you can come over here and you can add sound. Now with this sound, you can choose to put behind simply a song without words, and they have several for you to choose from. You can choose to create a voiceover with your own voice. You can play the entire video and you can talk as it's playing, or you can choose to do a voiceover for each slide. If you click on professional voiceover, this takes you to a different website where you can actually pay to put in your text and have a professional actually do the voiceover for you. But for right now, I'm just going to put a song behind here. So once you click the soundtrack, you have a sound manager that comes up and you can choose various genres. I'm going to choose, let's say, happy. And once you choose happy, you can click and you can listen to any of the sounds. I've already listened to these, so I know that I like white snow. And so I'm going to add white snow. And I'm going to hit apply. And now, as you can see, there's sound behind each of my slides. And so now you can go back to the beginning. And there's what I have in my video so far. And there you have Powtoon.